So should you invest in or develop an affordable housing project? That is by far one of the most common questions I get on a weekly basis. The answer is it truly depends, because there are some distinct differences between subsidized housing and an affordable housing development in the traditional sense. A traditional affordable housing development is a development or a property where the asset itself has a covenant with the government that it will be only used for people who are low income in different levels for a typically 30 to 50 year period. So there are benefits to building an affordable housing development or purchasing an affordable housing development, one being that you have more doors because you don't have a parking mandate. Other benefits are, of course, the tax benefits, either a very low tax bill or no tax bill. The downside, of course, is now this property is covenanted to be affordable for low-income individuals for a period of typically 30 to 50 years. Now, that might not matter to so many people, but that means that when you try to exit, you now have a specialty product with a very specific customer base. I'll go into more depth and detail of the different types of affordable housing that you could buy or develop in another video. But to me and to a lot of our clients, what really matters most is that they're in full control of their asset and their development plan. When you own a tax credit building or an affordable housing building with a 30 to 50 year covenant on it, that means that you are subject to the ebbs and flows of the government. Basically, you're along for the ride, and whatever policies they plan, whatever changes they make with funding, you're going to be subject to all of that, so you're just riding that wave with the government. Whereas, of course, if you do a traditional purchase of a regular apartment building or a cash flowing asset, you then have the choice to maneuver your business however you see fit. That means when the government shuts down or funding gets cut off, you can pivot your business plan away from the subsidized model or affordable model, whereas you can't do that if you're stuck with a covenanted building for 30 to 50 years. What we do, and what a lot of our clients like to do, is purchase a regular asset at market rate. You can then still back into some of these programs, which is what we set our clients up with, where you can still participate and enjoy the security of government subsidized vouchers for people, and not just Section 8. There's many other alternatives. But if the market completely changes or funding gets completely cut off, much of which is what we're seeing right now, you can still pivot your business plan and rent to anybody you want. Additionally, and probably very importantly, the type of tenant base you are going to house when doing, whether it's an affordable housing in the traditional sense or our model, the subsidized housing model, it's a very specific tenant base, and you may decide you don't have a flavor for that. So by not going with the traditional affordable housing covenanted route, it gives you a lot more flexibility to